Remember what I said earlier about there being only one crawl space in the game? There's only one crawl space in the game that you ever crawl through as human Link. Every single other space is all Wolf Link. Which is weird to me. It's like, why is that one space even there the way that it is? They probably didn't have to design for Link to crawl at all. And his crawling is much more limited in this game than it is in Wind Waker. Because in Wind Waker, you can crawl at any point in time. In this game, you can only crawl very occasionally. And hey, we just took out some property. Nice property damage. It's just what we do. The house was falling apart anyway. There was a fire. The building was crumbling down. It was falling down anyway. Now I'm misquoting Incredibles. I guess it was the building was falling apart. It was coming down anyway. That's the actual line. Maybe. This is Barnes' bomb shop. And there's this weird device here that I don't know what it's supposed to be. It's just like a bunch of tubes and flasks. It reminds me of this one... There's this one room in Rayman 2. In a place where you sneak past pirates, and it just has this, has some kind of little beaker set up like that. And I don't know what that's for either. It's a very similar mechanism, whatever it is. And this is a room that is just filled with warning signs to not do anything rash. But apparently running into the wall drops rupees. That's interesting. I don't think I've ever done that before. Just did it just then on accident. Alright, fire. I don't know why there's a fire in here in the first place if there's not supposed to be... If it's a fire hazard. Yeah, this is a room filled with bombs. As romantic as it is, yes, because dying together in a burning building where there's clearly an escape is romantic. If you stay in that building long enough, then there is an explosion that just kind of covers the screen, and then there's the game over. It's kind of weird, actually, because it just looks like the explosion is superimposed over the screen, rather than actually being an explosion in the game. But I guess since most people aren't going to linger around in the building long enough to see that, they didn't really care. It did the job. But then that begs the question, why do they even have it blow up in the first place while you're inside of it? They could have just not done it and had it be a scripted thing where, oh no, there's no time, and then there's plenty of time. Which is what happens later in the game. There's another part in the game that has that same music that plays whenever you're in the burning building, and it's another place where you're kind of in a burning building, but it doesn't ever explode. You can sit there for hours and nothing happens. Game inconsistency. Alright, we have 3 more left. 1 is in the village. You don't take fall damage as Wolf Link. Now I'm reminded of Banjo-Kazooie. Because in Banjo-Kazooie, whenever you're in a transformation state, you don't take fall damage either. And, more property damage. We're just tearing through this place. But yeah, this one's kind of dumb. Because what you do is you push this crate. And that's the entire puzzle. You push it a foot, and then a bug appears. This game doesn't have very many block-pushing puzzles. It has a few. I don't think it has as many as the 64 Zeldas. Didn't mean to do that. How did I come in? Yeah, I came in through, darn it. Came in through the top. It's just silly to me that that's the block puzzle. You push the block basically a foot over. It's like all the block puzzles in A Link to the Past. All of them you just push the block one tile over, and that's it. And I consider most of the block pushing puzzles in that game to be really dumb, because it's not really a matter of pushing the blocks in the right place, or finding out which order to push them in, or anything that requires thought. It's just, find a block that is pushable among all these blocks that look the same, and then push it. I have a lot of personal complaints with that game. Probably not going to play through it. On camera. I don't get this. Looks like the path's impassable, but I can get you up if you want. Therefore, it is not impassable. I don't understand. Like, if she can get us up, then we can go through. Maybe if I was just a wolf, I couldn't get past, except for the fact that I can jump really high, and I should be able to do that even without Midna's help. And as a human, you can climb up these, whatever these are, these rope structures on the sides of the hills. And so in any way you look at it, it's not impassable. I should have gone by that spirit near the beginning. It's a Goron. This is a Howling Stone. A mechanic in this game that's really easy, and we see it a few times. It's easy every time. It's kind of weird that it's here, but it's still, you know, it adds to the variety in the gameplay, so I can't complain too much. And it brings you to a positively beautiful environment. Let's do the same thing that we just did again. If you don't recognize it already, that's the Song of Healing. I don't know whether I like these parts or not, because on one hand they sound really pretty and majestic, and on the other hand they sound kind of stupid, because it's just just kind of this droll slurring sound to all of their notes that they howl. And it always sounds a little bit off-key. But it's presented well enough that I guess I could say that it's pretty. Death Mountain! Nice, pleasant place to be. And more shadow beasts. I'm amazed that I managed to get here without getting lost. You might think that that sounds stupid because the way to get here was literally a straight line, but I always get turned around there at some point, probably at the Howling Stone. It's just, I don't know, like the camera angle changes, and because the whole section looks the same, I think that I'm going the right way when I'm not, and then I go backwards for about 400 miles, and then I just realize, oh wait, this is the way to Kakariko Village. Whoops. My bad. Another insect. Come over here, don't you dare fly away. You could probably pretty easily just fly straight up into the air where I could never possibly reach you, but no, you're not smart enough for that. Guess that's kind of true of most bugs. Most bugs don't really fly up to your ceiling if they're trying to evade you, they just fly in front of your face. Like this one stupid bug that's been flying in front of my face every time I try to play a game on my computer. Hey, Goron. They think you're a moron, Goron. You should complain. Alright. Oh, hey. This guy. For some reason, whenever I last tried to record this game, a few weeks ago, I guess, I called that guy Hubert. That bird thing. What did I just do? Oh, I opened up a menu that I wasn't supposed to. Shoot. Just got hit by a meteor. There's a 1 in a billion chance of that happening in the game. Not really. Maybe in real life, but in this game, yeah, meteors just start falling from the sky here. It's kind of annoying. Sometimes it hits me right as I'm trying to climb up this ledge, and it's just the absolute worst timing. Whenever I last attempted to record this and the recording failed, that happened so many times that I eventually died in this spot. So, the odds of death from a meteor are not as low as you would think. The apocalypse is just happening around this mountain, I guess. Oh, shoot. I guess I missed the opportunity here. Darn it, meteor! Darn it! Why you gotta do that? You could pick on anyone to kill by flaming rocks, but you pick me. Yeah, I really dropped the ball here. I have a long way to go to get back to the insect that I missed. Then again, if I did die, then it might be faster than doing what I'm doing, because then I would get warped back after the game over screen. You're really persistent, aren't you, Hubert? Stupid bird. Hubert. Not really sure why I called it Hubert. Looks kind of like a dragon with a blown-off face. Or maybe a flower for a face. Very scraggly, ugly-looking flower. No offense, Hubert. I'm sure you're beautiful on the inside. That insect is moving fast. Okay, you around here anywhere? There you are. And our work here is done. Almost. There it is. Yes. Tasty, delicious tears. We absorb them into our bodies. And we're a person again. Man, that was one crazy dream. That's like her catchphrase. Ehehe, see you later. Not sure why she says that to us all the time, because she's always right there. It's like following behind your friend and saying, "Okay, I'll see you in a few hours," and then you just keep standing next to him. So let me just guess what your name is. Is your name Eldon? Oh, gosh, what is that design? That is the weirdest looking face. It's like an owl crossed with a fish, crossed with a heart, crossed with a leopard. I don't think I like it. Like the general shape of this light spirit, it's kind of a big, wondrous bird, but also a butterfly. You're really taking a long time to disappear. If you're gonna do it right.